Hello comrades, CommissarBRO here today, bored out of my mind. Yes, I should be working on other videos because, that's what I fucking do. Or I should be doing homework because, I'm also a university student. But frankly, I don't feel like it. It's 10:32 and in approximately an hour and 28 minutes, I'm going to be playing Fallout 4, as you can see here. Despite what that says, I've already got the game preloaded. Oh, well, you see it right there, preload complete, unreleased. So I am ready and gearing to go. So, I decided that I'm gonna make a video about me talking about random bullshit that has nothing to do with anything and honestly can only be considered a throwaway video while I wait for Fallout 4 to come out. That's right. So, topic number 1. Well, it's been a question that's been posed to me a couple times throughout the past 2.5 some odd years. I've been on YouTube, and the question is, who inspired you? Who made you, what kind of people do you watch? Well, very simply, I like to watch individuals, and I used to really like Total Biscuit, for example. I feel like he's gotten a little hardcore on stuff like 60 FPS and whatnot, which I can understand, but, I think that's kind of asking a lot on certain developers, but again, that's beside the point. I also very much like the angry video game nerd. Because, come on. Who doesn't like the granddaddy of YouTube reviews, or gaming reviews anyway? He's pretty much the one who started it and made it popular. And even if he didn't necessarily start it, I'm sure there was people before him. He's the one who made it popular. Then you had all those other dudes nowadays like JonTron and I guess Spoonie came out the same time AVGN, roughly. Yeah, and he's just going down a rocky hill of nonsense, it would seem. Poor guy. I feel for him. Such good content. Such a shame to see someone who's clearly very funny and good at what he does just not doing that type of stuff anymore. And, that's kind of the type of videos I've always wanted to delve into. Yet for lack of time, I'm never really able to, and also severe writer's block quite often. For those of you who've been following me for a long time, you know that I actually used to do the CommissarBRO show episode stuff. It was never really all that good, and I willingly admit that, yeah. I'm aware that it wasn't the best, but it was a step in the right direction, if you ask me. It was something that I really wanted to do, and I really wanted to try out, and it's something that today I still really want to continue doing. I just really haven't gone back to it yet, and that's not saying I won't. I hope I do. But, anyway. So another YouTuber that I like to watch is Mr. B-Tongue, and I'm probably gonna I'm going to link all these people's channels I'm talking about so you can check them out. Mr. B-Tongue does he does analytical reviews and it's almost like posing philosophical questions, yet answering them based on his own knowledge or at least perception of things that are going on. In this case, he talks about what made him popular in the first place was his very in-depth over-the-top rant about Mass Effect 3 that he did in about 3 different parts. Now, Mr. B-Tongue doesn't have very many videos, and he hasn't actually done a video, I think, in about 8 months, and I'm getting kind of concerned because he's such a damn good YouTuber, and it'll be a complete shame to completely lose him. But, things happen. But yeah, needless to say, he's a very good YouTuber, and that's somebody else I watch. I don't tend to do the Let's Play thing, which is hilarious because, that's what I do. I do the Let's Plays quite often. But for me, I don't really have time to watch Let's Plays, so a lot of time what I'm looking for is, if I do look for a Let's Play, it's purely to see gameplay. It's not really necessarily to hear someone else's commentary or narration. Not saying they're bad, and a lot of people are really damn good. And there's hundreds of thousands of people who are just as good, if not better than me. So, it's something that it's hilarious though. I guess it's kind of like it's that idea that especially if you make something, you don't really like to go back and watch it. I guess it kind of is a play off that. Not really, but something like that. Personally, I actually like to go back and watch my little CommissarBRO stuff to see what I could have done better. And there's only a couple I still really watch, like the bloopers videos. I really enjoyed making those. Those were some of my favorite videos to make, and plus I just thought they're so ridiculous. And plus it's me playing with my friends and whatnot. And that's always a real big thing that I've never been able to incorporate in a useful, or not useful, but I guess in an entertaining manner, is like playing games with my friends and putting it on here for you guys. Because let me tell you, the people that I game with are some of the funniest motherfuckers you've ever met. Like, if they make me laugh constantly, then again, I will say it doesn't take a lot to make me laugh. I'm pretty easy as far as that goes. Ha-cha-cha-cha. That's why I make cheesy, shitty jokes that I laugh at. I laugh at my own jokes. But anyway, needless to say, the individuals that I play games with, they tend to be fucking hilarious. So, yeah. One day, I'll find an effective way of actually doing that, bringing people in, and even the comrades, you guys. I've tried multiple times to come up with ideas and how to bring you guys in to keep it in at least a watchable format. Because, you guys know, like when we did the Superpower 2 multiplayer servers and whatnot, and when I would actually open the chat up with the comrades, it would kind of devolve into chaos. Not that that was a bad thing necessarily. For at the time, it's fun, it's funny, everyone's talking, having a laugh. That's great. But when you're trying to put that in a video format for people to watch, yeah, that's a little bit different. So that's why I actually haven't done that. And that's probably something a lot of people ask about as well. I guess, you know what, I'm going to answer some more questions that have been posed to me, and I just never really get around to answering them, or I forget to answer them, or I don't have a proper way to answer them at the time. For example, a lot of people ask me, what's up with Superpower 2? Like, you don't do the mod, or all you do is the mod spotlight videos. You don't really do Let's Play series of it anymore. You don't do this, you don't do that, blah, 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 blah. Well, or even like the multiplayer servers. Well, let me tell you about this thing called life. Life is a bitch, right? Yeah, life sucks. But, it's something that I'm joking. Seriously, I'm joking. Don't worry about me. Anyway, basically, with the Superpower 2 thing, it's kind of one of those things, you've played the game so much, I've done so much with Superpower 2, that you guys have actually gotten way better than me at it. And like me making videos, to me it's like, why don't you guys make videos of it? Because it's like, you got a lot of people on the servers and the community hub now, especially like on the discussion forums on the Superpower 2 Steam thing, which I do frequent every so often, probably about once a week I check them. And everyone's gotten so far. Of course there was always people who had more experience and more knowledge than me, but now especially that, a lot of you guys have seen my videos, and then you've really put the time into the game, and like you have just surpassed me in that particular skill set. So it's kind of like, yeah, I could do videos of it, but I'm not showing you anything you don't already know, or you're not already good at, or you can't already do yourself. So it's not that I don't want to play Superpower 2, because I still play Superpower 2 from time to time, not very often, just because, me, I've got, 800, 900 fucking games on Steam alone, not counting my GOG account, my actual console games, and my other stuff. So I have a lot of games to play, especially if I'm going to do Let's Plays and reviews and stuff like that. It's kind of impossible to focus entirely on one game, which is what's crazy about the fact of my channel right now, where I've been focusing on about 5 different games for the past 2 or 3 months. And yeah, that's starting to get to me. I'm gonna have to finish. I'm gonna have to finish one of these series very quickly, because to me it's affecting people who want to see new content, and especially myself. I like to continue to make new stuff, and I want to entertain you guys. So I know a lot of you are like, no, keep playing the same game, blah 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 blah. But it's kind of like saying you're okay with watching the same show for 30 years. And apparently America thinks so with The Simpsons, but it's certain things you want to do. You don't want to just do all the time, I guess. It's, change it up. Like, for example, if I played Superpower 2 like for 3 years straight, and I just keep playing it. It's going to get old after a while. But if I play it for like 3 months and then I don't touch it again for like 2 years, then it's refreshing. It's refreshing to go back to. You know, it's just like that. It's just like when you're playing a game, you get that burnout, and you don't want to ruin the game. And like Superpower 2 always holds like a special place in my heart. But it's like I don't want to keep playing it and it just ruin my time and my experience with the game. Like if I keep playing it, and I don't want it to be something that I look at like, oh god, I have to do another Superpower 2 video. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I haven't really gone back to Superpower 2 lately. You know, with the mod spotlight, it's a pretty easy thing to do. Once a week, I just check out a new mod, do a video on it, show it to you guys. So if it's something that you're interested in, you can go out and you can download it or whatever. Now, with Superpower 3 pretty much all but officially announced by Golem Labs and Nordic Games, you best believe your sweet ass that I'm going to play the shit out of Superpower 3 when it comes out. Now, again, that's assuming it does. You know, the game industry is a finicky place, and sometimes they decide to do and or not do something. Now, something that I would pander around with is a Superpower 1 playthrough. That's something I've never done. But I think the only way to get Superpower 1 is to pirate it. And I've kind of gotten past my whole pirating stage. I actually try to legitimately pay for video games nowadays. Not that, you know, there's anything wrong with it. I mean, technically there is. I guess it's stealing and all that nonsense. But yeah, I don't know. I'll play around with that idea and see what I come back to. But Superpower 1, I think it would be interesting to at least do one playthrough of it. Yeah. What I'd really like to get into is I would like to get back into doing like real in-depth reviews, like the Witcher review I did, the Vermintide review I did, which actually did pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it did got about 1,000 views, which is great. You know, that's the first video I've done in the format of like, sort of like a CommissarBRO thing, I guess, that actually got over 1,000 views. So that's fucking great. Now, you know, it's still not like some of my Let's Plays that I've done, you know, like the Regicide one that got 140,000 views and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's all about views, but let me tell you, it does pay off, in my opinion, to know that you guys are watching, you guys are circulating. That means a lot to me. Like, I don't even think I can begin to explain to you how much it means to me when one of you guys actually share my video with your friend. Because to me, that's like you're saying, this video is so good, I'm going to share it with somebody. My friend needs to see this video. To me, that is just, the finest flavor. Like it's just awesome. Like, and it's not necessary. I'm not trying to say I'm like an attention whore or something. You know, obviously anybody who does the whole YouTube thing to a degree has to have an ego. But like I said, it means a lot to me, especially like something I'm creating, and it's something that you think's good enough to share with somebody else, which is fucking awesome. So yeah. Then that's kind of like with the likes and all that stuff, why it always means a lot to me. Like if you actually like all the videos, if you watch all the videos and you comment, and I love people who comment, like to the point where I pay attention to the comments, by the way. And honestly, this video has turned into complete rambling, which I hope you don't mind. I've needed a good rambling video for quite some time now. But anyway, like I read all the comments on my page, all of them. I may not respond to them. I may forget to one-up them. That's kind of my way to show you that I've read your comment, is by one-upping it. Now, if you say something dickish, I'm not going to one-up you. But yeah, just keep that in mind. I pretty much got to take a deep breath. I'm all hyper from the Mountain Dew, ready for some Fallout. Anyway, but yeah, it means a lot to me when you comment, like to the point where I'm on a first name basis with a lot of people who I can recall their names because they do comment so freaking often. You know, it means a lot to me. It really does. And I apologize that I'm not on my actual Steam account very often. To be absolutely honest, I'm really busy. Like, this semester of school has been a absolute bitch. And the past 6 or 7 months of my actual personal life have been a complete and utter hell. And that's one of the big reasons why I haven't done any more CommissarBRO stuff, because it takes so much time, it takes so much effort, and it doesn't tend to pay off for all that time and effort I put in. and like not even fiscally speaking, but just like a lot of people don't watch it. So, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here doing like a let's play of like that auto dealership tycoon game. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun little game. But that game got more views than my Christmas special, which took me 3 weeks to make after a year's worth of writing the script. So, and I did that in what, 15 minutes maybe? So yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I got to put out the content, make sure you guys are still watching and keeping up with me and so on, and all that good nonsense. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. I apologize. Like I said, I felt, you know, that I've needed to do some sort of personal introspection type video where I actually go and I explain some stuff about me, give you guys some hints of what's going on, because I'll admit I have not been keeping up with comments. I haven't been as appreciative as I really should be. I mean, I just hit 4,000 subscribers the other day. That's fucking awesome. Like, that is a year ago, I didn't have 1,000 subscribers. But now, today, November 9th, 2015, ladies and gentlemen, CommissarBRO has 4,000 subscribers. And that is fucking awesome. Like, that is so cool that 4,000 people liked my content enough to actually subscribe. Now, they may not necessarily watch every single video, and trust me, I do not blame you for not watching every single video, because I have 609 videos. I do not, and there's about to be 610, and I do not blame you one bit for missing, you know, a couple or even half of them, because that is a lot of stuff to watch. I mean, this is literally like 3 years of content that you could sit down and watch. And you would spend like at least a year trying to watch every single one of my videos. So, I don't blame you. I really don't. To me, it just means something that you at least took the time out of your day to subscribe, to show that bit of support. And even then, it means so much more if you throw down a like, if you put in a comment, or if you just try to engage me in conversation. I'll admit, I'm not the best person to converse with. I'm a hermit, despite the impression I give of myself here in these videos. I am indeed a hermit. I do not go out of my way to talk to people like in real life. Now, I try, honestly, I show more love to the comment section and whatnot than I do any other facet of my life in terms of talking to people. Don't get me wrong, I'm a charismatic individual. I can get up and talk in front of a crowd if I want to, but it's not something that I actively go out and do. So, yeah. But anyway, I have things to do in the sense of I'm going to be going to GameStop to pick up a copy of Fallout 4 for my girlfriend's brother. So, I'm going to go do that. In the meantime, I hope for those of you who've actually sat down and watched this whole thing, it really means a lot to me. Seriously. And if you ever wanted to know more about me, this is a great way to do it. It's to just listen to these videos of me talking. Because it's something I don't get to do very often. I don't really get to vent, in a sense. And it makes me feel a lot better being able to actually talk and tell you guys what's on my mind for those who actually care to listen. Because, you know, life's tough. Life is tough. And it's stressful. But knowing comrades and subscribers and people like you, my friends, who will actually come on here and watch my videos and support me in this thing that I'm doing, trying to make this career out of this, whether it is or not, even then, it's still a fucking amazing hobby. So, it just means a lot to me. And I really, really appreciate that. So, yeah. Put all that mushy bullshit aside. This has been CommissarBRO. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.